Hi, welcome back to Fresh Faces, New Ideas. My name's David. If you like the channel or you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the things I do. So this video, we're going to just cover a bunch of different weird things that have been happening over the week that I didn't put into the Friday live stream or my future live streams and stuff. It's just stuff I want to go over. There's a really fun holiday that just happened in some of the southern states. South Carolina is going to bring back firing squads for the death penalties, and the NRA let out a really good ad for Mother's Day. So let's take a look. So first is Confederate Memorial Day. So it's called Confederate Heroes Day in Texas and Florida, and Confederate Decorations Day in Tennessee. And it's a national holiday. It's an official state holiday in Alabama, Mississippi, and South Carolina, while it's commemorated in Kentucky, Florida, North Carolina, Texas, and Tennessee. So this is absurd. This is not to support the Union soldiers. This is the Confederate soldiers. So if you're supporting the Confederate soldiers, you're anti-American because the Confederate soldiers were against America. So this goes along with those same people who push, it wasn't about slavery, it was about states' rights, and then the follow-up question is states' rights to do what? And then you say, well, own slaves, obviously. So look, this is the cultural change that needs to happen. I can't understand why this is a thing, and if you support this, you're anti-American, period, end of story. That's just the way it is. South Carolina is trying to bring back firing squads. I haven't actually read this particular article, but I just pulled it up with the headline. So they're doing this in part because the lethal injections, the medicines that they're using for it, they're not in production anymore, so it doesn't always work. So then the options are we're going to either electrocute you or open fire on you, which is just insane anyway. So I have mixed feelings on the death penalty. I certainly think there are people who deserve it, but the way we do it is not right because it's I think it's like 1 in 8 or 9 people who are put to death are innocent. There's a lot of people who've been on death row for a long time, and a lot of it is being exonerated and stuff. So because of how our criminal justice system works, this is an absurd idea. It's just ridiculous that they're doing this. And anyway, let's take a look at this fun ad. This is from the NRA. She wrote this on Mother's Day. Mama didn't raise a victim. This is part of why we have a mass shooting daily versus however many actual shootings there are in the country. This child should not have this firearm. This mother should also not have this firearm. Texas just allowed unlicensed carry, which you don't have to register for. Part of the problems in America is we don't allow to deal with the actual underlying issues of gun violence. We get rid of the war on drugs, we'll be better for it. We actually register and teach people how to use firearms correctly, and we'll be better for it. We deal with the underlying mental health, and we will be better for it. Allowing guns just to proliferate does not lower the crime rate. It does not lower the death by gun rate, because if it did, we would be at 0. Not part of the reason that gun control laws don't work is because the states are not bordered. They're not like walled off. So if I'm in a state that has heavy gun control and you're in a state that has no gun control, as long as I go to the no gun control state and take the guns, I can go back to the other state and be fine with it because of the other things. So when they push for legalization of laws that would say whatever the lowest level of gun control is, that's the law that overrides everything else from my state. So like if I'm allowed to carry a silenced weapon in whatever state I'm in, and I go to another state where I'm not allowed to carry that because of where my previous state was, I can follow that rule, and that rule supersedes the other one. So this is just psychotic. And the NRA is having enough issues as it is. So I don't understand this in any way, shape, or form. Now, look, Confederate Memorial Day is disgusting. If you fly a Confederate flag, support Confederate statues, or that big-ass mountain, you don't believe in America. They're not heroes. They're not great leaders. They're not great people. They're as anti-American as it gets. They caused the second largest death toll in American history, besides the COVID virus. The firing squad is just like ridiculous. We need to actually really look about rehabilitation and not punishment for our prison systems, because the punishment aspect does not help things. As for the NRA, they're monsters. They are not effective. Most of the NRA members don't like the NRA, and this is not how you deal with gun violence in our country. So please, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.